Hello, thank you for watching. I'm Jannarone, Editor-in-Chief of IPO Edge. I'm here with one of the final guests of our three-day journey at the ICR Conference in Orlando. We have Raj Suri from Presto. He's the CEO and founder of the company. Raj, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, John.
Now, Raj had some big news to announce with another client just this week, I think yesterday. Before we get into that, I want to hear a little bit more about where this company came from, and in particular, Raj's experience. Believe it or not, he left the PhD program at MIT to pursue his dream and spent a whole year learning more about how restaurants work in a very interesting way. Raj, can you tell me how that worked out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I actually had the idea for Presto at a restaurant table, just having a bad experience. I split a check with a bunch of other MIT engineers and took us an hour to figure it out, and we made a huge mistake and had to start the whole thing over again. So the bad joke was, how many more MIT engineers does it take to split a check? And it just got me thinking that restaurants have been around for so long and they just haven't improved. And technology keeps getting better, but restaurants don't. And so it's a big opportunity to really improve this massive industry. So I dropped out of my PhD program and actually took a job as a waiter in a local restaurant, a little bar and grill, Irish bar and grill, and started waiting tables, just learning about the industry, just in the flesh, and spent time serving guests, but also building products and testing with real guests and getting the feedback from them in person. That was the best education any entrepreneur can ask for. It's just like learning the industry from actually working in it.
All right, great. So tell me about the first products that you developed, and then fast forward a bit to where you are now. This is very much AI driven, and we're talking about both audio, visual, touch. Just quickly capture the trend, the progress of the company over the last 15 years.
Yeah, so Presto's been around since 2008, and our products are we have three major pillars for our products. One is Presto Voice, another is Presto Vision, and then Presto Touch. And Presto Voice is AI driven. It helps capture what people are ordering at restaurants and translates that into digital orders without needing a human. So when you go to a drive-through, Checkers was one of our customers we announced, and Del Taco is the one we announced yesterday. You can go to the drive-through and you can order in the drive-through, have a better experience, more consistent experience. No one's asking you to wait. The voice is very clear, and you can place your order without having to wait for anyone in the restaurant. And the restaurant saves labor. They save 5 to 10 hours of labor a day, and they actually make 6% more sales because the system never forgets to upsell. So it's a much better system. We also have Presto Vision, which uses cameras to identify key gaps in service in the restaurant. So use computer vision to identify, for example, how long are people waiting in a drive-through. Believe it or not, restaurants don't actually know how long you're waiting in a drive-through. So they have no ability to improve their experience because they don't know what the true wait times are. They don't know how many people are leaving the drive-through as well, and so where the drive-offs, what percentage of people waiting in line in the lobby are leaving. So computer vision can help identify all those key gaps. And Presto Touch is our self-serve product, which allows guests to order and pay from restaurant tables without having to wait. You have customers like Chili's, Red Lobster, Applebee's, some of the biggest brands in the world are using our product to improve labor productivity, but also provide a faster guest experience and better data collection as well, because we collect about 10 to 30 times more survey responses on these tablets than any other way. So those are the product sets.
Great. Raj, I'm just thinking to myself, I feel like the term AI is thrown around a lot, but you really are doing that, especially because if I'm thinking about it, you're combining three human senses, right? We're talking about sight, hearing and touch, which is very cool to me. So does that mean that you can also recognize people who've been to a restaurant in the past and know what they've ordered and make recommendations based on that, almost like you're treating them like a regular?
Yeah, that's the dream. Look, we want every restaurant to operate as well as like a website. We want physical commerce to operate as well as e-commerce. E-commerce, when you go to Amazon, they recognize you. They've customized their homepage for you, right? They know what you want to buy, and they have it ready for like a one-click buy, right? Why couldn't a drive-through operate the same way? Where you're recognized as soon as you drive in, and we know that John likes his burger with pickles on the side and extra mayo. And by the way, if we ask him the right way, he might get a chocolate shake. So that's really powerful. And by the way, your credit card could be on file. Like you can have a much faster experience, much more personalized experience, and the restaurant can make more money and to have less labor if you have the right technology, right? And it is all AI. I mean, we have great AI chops. We have some of the best engineers in the world, from Google, Microsoft, self-driving car companies. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI from ChatGPT, is an investor in Presto. So like we have a strong AI pedigree, and some of the most advanced AI technology, not just the restaurant industry, but the world.
Great. And, a statistic that I saw reading up on you before you joined me here was this 95% of the time, the AI works without any human intervention. So that means 19 out of 20 times, there's no need for someone to come out of the back and fix something that's gone wrong. Is that right?
Absolutely. And 95%, I mean, that's really reliable. Like, and the system is more accurate than a human too. So like 95%, you don't need any staff member to take the order. In some cases, we're hitting over 99%. So it's the system is here to stay. It's reliable, and the staff feel less stressed out because they don't have to do as many things as once, and they can actually make your food faster because they're not worried about trying to do many things at once. And so you're actually getting your food faster, and the drive-thru is moving faster. The drive-thru moves faster, the restaurant makes more money as well.
Now, Raj, I've seen different versions of technology when I've walked into restaurants, particularly in the last couple of years at newer restaurants. Yeah. And I have to confess, a couple of times, my friends and I have said, oh man, this is a little bit clunky. I've got to type my credit card number in here. But what you're saying is that things like that aren't required. It's possible to have it work smoothly enough where your credit card's already in there and it really is much more seamless. Is that right?
Yeah. And that's how it would be in a website, right? Your credit card, you don't have to play our credit card every time you use Amazon. Why should you have to play a credit card when you go to your favorite Dunkin' or McDonald's or whatever it is, for a drive-thru? So I think that's where restaurants are headed. A much more personalized experience, remembering your past orders. I mean, that should be table stakes, right? I think treating it, every guest as a regular is very important for for them to boost sales, maximize sales, as well as improve labor productivity, which in these times of shortages, I think it's critical for this business.
Now with Del Taco, of course, the big news yesterday, you've already implemented this in a few locations, but is the plan to go nationwide? And this is, for those who don't know, Del Taco, I think, is the second largest quick serve Mexican restaurant in the country, right? Yes. So we're talking about hundreds of locations, right?
Yeah, 600 locations. They're owned by Jack in the Box, which has over 2,000 locations. And yeah, we're excited because this is now the second biggest rollout of Voice AI ever in history, and we've done both of them, and we hope to have many more announcements as well. So Voice AI is here to stay for the drive-through, and we think tens of thousands of drive-thrus will be automated in the next 2 years. It's happening very fast because the ROI is so compelling. Restaurants make more money and they have less cost. I mean, it's a no-brainer for them. 10% increase in margin with the implementation of AI.
So there's room for both you and your clients to benefit from this. You're making a profit at the same time. So let's talk about Checkers for a minute. It's been over a year now. It's been a while, right? Yeah. So can you tell us anything about the feedback that you've gotten from them, or what the benefits they've seen?
Yeah, Checkers has been going really well. In our last earnings call, we announced 200 stores have been rolled out. It's even higher since then. And look, it's gone so well that Checkers actually named Presto Supplier of the Year in December, and the franchisees love it. They're seeing great customer feedback and staff feedback, as well as the ROI that we all hoped we would see. And that expansion continues, and we hope to do a lot more things with Checkers as well as some of the other products that we're working with.
Great. All right. Well, we're almost out of time here, Raj, but I just want to put a question to you here. We're a couple of weeks into a brand new year. What are you most excited about in 2023? I imagine you might want to continue the rollout with Del Taco, perhaps add new clients. To tell me what you're excited about.
Yeah. So, I mean, AI has really come into the fore in the last year. You might be seeing a lot more headlines about AI because the technology is really matured. Has kind of reached an inflection point. And we're excited for that public recognition to result in a lot more adoption of AI across the board, all physical industries. AI can make everyone's lives easier and just having to do less grunt work. And I think we're excited for more adoption across the restaurant industry of these various tools, voice, vision, and touch. And we're seeing it happening. We're talking to customers every day and talking to staff members, talking to guests, and we're seeing that adoption there. And I think in 2023, we're going to see even more large brands, recognizable brands use it so that, everyone who's watching this show can actually experience it in one of their daily, favorite restaurants.
All right. Well, Raj, that was terrific. Thanks for joining us. This is Raj Suri, who's the CEO and founder of Presto. By the way, that trades under the ticker PRST, listed just a few months ago. Raj, it was great to have you. Thanks for joining us.